Good morning everyone and welcome to Suburban Stone Age. Rebecca here, and I wanted to do another stock tank update for you. So this is the third update. Another season has passed and this is how the tank is coming along. It's grown in. I'm going to be doing maintenance today, so this is a before and I will show you an after. But it is now the 1st of September. It's been a long summer. Everything's growing like crazy. As you can see, there's a gourd vine that's gone nuts kind of over the stock tank. We have the waterfall here, water plants in there, or plum plants, hyacinth and juncus and horsetail, bacopa. There's all kinds of cool stuff in there. But yeah, I will go ahead and do the maintenance. And then behind the stock tank now, and I wanted to show you the behind the scenes setup. It's low on water. I keep it topped off, but I do like to do weekly water changes of about 30%. And what I do with the water is use it for irrigation on next door fruit trees and plants. So the tube you see going into the rock is coming from the pump, which is in the tank, and it provides a waterfall, and the birds will love that as a bird bath. But what I do when I'm ready for maintenance is I just move this rock. It's not, the tube isn't secured. And behind, set that there for a moment. Behind, I have a network of 1/2-inch irrigation with valves on it on standby, and I've run it to all the different plants. So I will plug the outlet pump from the pond into the irrigation tube, and as it drains the pond water, it just goes straight to the plants where I want it. So I do that on a weekly basis, and that way the stock tank gets water changes, which is the only filtration that it has other than the biological filtration in here. And also we get really nutritious, drought-friendly irrigation for our fruit trees. All right, more to follow. So there's the connected tube. And then what will happen is I'm able to control with these little valves what places get water and how much. So that's what I'll do depending on the weather. Here's a view of all the plants around the stock tank that have grown in this season. As you can see, this gourd, which I didn't even plant, is very happy. I think it was planted by critters or birds, but it's gotten plenty of water and it loves the heat, and so I'll be looking forward to harvesting some nice gourds this season. There's 3 giant ones right in there. Those will make nice crafts. And then there's that big one there hiding. That's going to be a nice one. So yeah, the stock tank helps to make a formerly underused space more productive. So I'm getting crafts, I'm getting fruit, I'm getting all kinds of good stuff. All right, more to follow. When I start maintenance, I have to remove all the doodads that are in there. I have these floating solar, they're actually bird bath fountains, and they're coming up on 1.5 to 2 years old. I'll link a product link in the description if you're interested in seeing what they are. They weren't too expensive, and I've actually been pretty happy. If you keep them clean, they just go and go and go, and they provide surface agitation. So I put them in my ponds to keep things interesting and add movement and circulation with no electricity. I like that the most. Also, what I do is, well, actually, I'm going to set this aside. So I use my handy dandy pool skimmer. I'll put a link for this too. I love this thing. I've used it since day one for all my ponds, and what it's really handy for is not just debris, but invariably you're going to get fairy moss and duckweed in your ponds if you get plants from other places. So I like it because I can just dip in and skim it out. That goes into my compost bucket. And this will fill up as I do maintenance. And then I put the excess in the compost pile. Okay, now it's time to refill the pond, and I just do that with a garden hose. And then I add a very modest amount of water conditioner. In our city water, we have chloramine, so this helps neutralize it. And I do that for the sake of the fish that are in here. There's a few little feeder goldfish that I've added since the beginning. They're giant now. And I think the chloramines harm them and other microbial life. And it seems to neutralize ammonia and other things, and it doesn't seem to harm the plants when I do water changes from the pond, and I've been doing it for years. So I think, I normally don't try to add additives, but this is the one place I will make an exception on the inbound side. So I'm going to go ahead and just let the garden hose fill the tank, and it's going to pop out. I'll give you an update. So I've undone the waterfall, the pump outlet tube, and put it back into the rock. It's held down with the rock, that's all. And now I'm refilling the pond with the garden hose. And I'll give you an update when we're all done. Okay, here's the finished product. The pond has had a water change. I've opened up some space in there, composted some plants. I've gotten compost out of it. Some of the trimmings I've made, I've been able to give to the chickens. While I was here filling, I lightly sprinkled down the foliage of everything to get the dust off it so the plants could photosynthesize. They really like that. And because they're right next to the chicken coop, which the gourd has jumped the fence and taken over, the fence to the chicken coop, but the chickens make a lot of dust. So I will rinse the foliage. We have the gourds, all the riparian plants. We have a waterfall, which is a very, very popular bird bath. The fruit trees, and just a really beautiful, relaxing space. So that's how I maintain my stock tank ponds and do water changes. And there we go. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and let us know what your experience is with the stock tank. We'd love to hear about it. And thanks for watching.